Hi Leo, I hope you guys are doing great today. So we're going to do Leo love only, no interpretations for work or family or friends, just love only. I'm going to do two spreads, guys. The first one is going to be for those of you in a committed relationship or those in a complicated relationship, where you're in each other's energy fields. And then the second full spread I'm going to be doing is for singles only. I'm going to put a timestamp down below in the description box for the singles. So those of you who are not in a relationship right now, you could just fast forward to that point where it's singles only. Okay, so to start, I'm going to pull 3 Lenormand cards for crowning energies. I hope you guys are doing great today. Remember, these are general messages, so if it doesn't fit, guys, please don't try to make it fit. All right, it's okay if it doesn't fit. It's just not your message. Okay, it's not about the cards being wrong or me being mean or anything like that. You can't take it so personally. Okay, and the energy can always be vice versa. So this is going to be for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And I'm actually I started adding in the past few signs, I should have from the beginning, the 5th house as well. So those of you who know your 5th house energies, natally, right, in your birth, so basically in your birth chart, the sign that you see in your 5th house, in your birth chart. If you look at a current transit, you might not have anything in your 5th house. You have to look at your natal placement, what's in there in the 5th house. Okay? So for example, if you have Capricorn in your 5th house, Capricorn's ruled by Saturn, Saturn's in your 5th house. Your 5th house is about passion and intimacy and connection and relationship. Okay? It's really a beautiful, important house. Okay, so let's see what we have here. Okay. See if it was right side up or not. Okay, so we have clouds, anchor, and boat. Okay. So to start with, we have the clouds. Okay. So very interesting. The Lenormand is a different way of reading tarot, and I'm not going to get into it. I know a couple of you have been asking me who are tarot readers. But it's, you read the card and then you make the connection. But I like this card, and the reason I'm mentioning it here is because if you notice the clouds, I'm trying to get around my light ring here. If you notice the clouds here on one side and then the sun is on the other. If there was a card preceding this, all right, that would really inflect the message here. But because there's nothing, what this is telling me, Leo, is that you guys have been in a bit of a foggy period in this relationship with each other. Things were not clear. There was a high lack of clarity. You see like the lightning here, right? But now, because we're going to be moving to my right in the reading, things are starting to clear up. Things are starting to come to light. Things are starting to become obvious and in a very benefic way, because we have the luminary of the sun there that's really pulling out this beautiful information that we need in order to feel very anchored in this connection. So the anchor energy is, in the antiquity really of tarot, this was considered like the most benefic card, because it's about being really, really firmly footed in something that's very secure, something very long lasting. Right? We always need to look at the cards around it. So what I'm understanding here is whatever is becoming illuminated and clear here in the cloud card is leading to this very firm foundation, this beautiful connection. And the result of this can be in the 3D, many of you taking a trip. This is like the 3rd time I got this card, and it's a 3. For a sign. So this can be some of you going on a real trip in the 3D on vacation. Some of you, it could just mean that resonating in that this is moving into this next phase, but there's movement here. There's movement forward. And it's like, this is a very benefic moving forward into something that's really going to be very much an anchor in your life. So this is really, really nice. Beautiful energy to crown. Let's get started with the vice versa tarot. I don't read these in reversals because they are already by design reversals, for those of you who are not familiar with this particular deck. So if it comes out upside down, I do turn it right side up. I'm not cheating or anything like that, okay? I just feel like if I read that reversal of a reversal, it's just too much reversal. I'm giving the energy an opportunity to reverse itself if it wishes in my shuffle. Okay. rising, and Venus in 5th house energy. Sun, Moon, rising, and Venus, 5th house energy. Okay, let me pull the cards and then we'll talk about it. Ooh. World. Well, I mean, I like this, you know, on its face, there's healing here, there's healing. All right, so why don't we talk about where you came from, right, in your past. And this past could be last week, last year. It's whatever's in your energy field, right? And again, this is for those of you who are in a committed relationship, married forever. You might just be in a weird cycle. You might be in a beautiful cycle, whatever it is. Or this could be those of you in a complicated relationship where you're together. Maybe you're not together for a minute right now, but you're very much in each other's field. You know that space I'm talking about. So here we have coming from the past, we have this sword energy. So this is all about truth, you know, a real truth coming out. And when we're talking about truth, we're talking about Mercury. And when we're talking about Mercury, and during a time that's entering a shadow period where Mercury is in Pisces, which things are very unclear, we've all been feeling a bit foggy in the communication realm for a little bit now. It's going to be even heavier this month, okay? But this is, I'm getting where you're coming from this space of feeling like you were with the right person in the right space. You guys had this shared intention to move forward in something together, and there was great communication and there was connection there. There was connection. And right now we have the Knight card, Knight of Pentacles, and this has to do with mental, emotional, and physical connection. So this is one side, and those of you who are interested in seeing both sides, really beautiful deck. But this would be the reversal, right? So this is telling me that many of you are in a space of feeling this lack of mental, emotional, physical connection, okay, right now. And what's crossing you is the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. This is Jupiter energy. So you're just feeling like you're not having this movement forward. You're not having this Jupiter luck, right? Which is about luck and expansion. And you're just feeling, many of you, I feel like you are viewing the space that you are in as a great challenge. And Leos are really going through actually quite a lot in their relationship house right now. So if you feel like that, it's just kind of par for the course, actually, in alignment with what's happening in the stars. But you're feeling the sense of lack, I am getting, right? And then we have the King of Pentacles crowning your energy, but we have him in the reverse here. So this is about feel like there's an element of greed here, right? There's a greed of, and when I see, you know, a reversal of anything pentacle, I always get the vibe of somebody being in a place of self-protection, kind of closing off oneself, where you're just not doing connection in the way that you normally do, right? You just not in the way that you normally do. And so there's maybe a little holding back of communication. There's a little holding back of intimacy. There's a little holding back of, for some of you, there might be a holding back of money within the relationship, and that might be an issue. But anything pentacle, I feel like when it's in the reverse, there's a holding back to protect, right? And I'm saying protect to be nice. It could be because you're being spiteful or your partner's being spiteful, but this is an energy that's being dealt with right now. Okay, and then we have Seven of Wands in the foundation, and I actually, you know, really like this. This is a moon in Aquarius. This is being really honest and real with yourself about, in a very practical way, what needs to be different, what needs to happen that's different in order to move this forward. And this is you being very in touch, Leo, with your belief system, what you want for your life, what you see for your path. You're feeling very passionate about it, to the point of even feeling almost like you need to defend yourself, but you may not really even need to defend yourself. That feeling might be coming from within you. And you trying to state a case for yourself of why you want what you want. And not in a negative way. In other words, if this were reversed, it would be more of you feeling the need to defend yourself in a bad way, that your ideas weren't being listened or validated. I'm not getting that at all. This is you being very clear in what it is that you want out of a relationship, and there's nothing wrong with that. You just being kind of like the owner of your own land, you know what I mean? That being you, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? And then we have the World card representing you right now, and this is great. This is the World. This is beautiful. This is a Saturn energy, and Saturn is about really putting in the hard work. And when you put in the hard work and you do it with good intention and integrity, there are a lot of gifts on the other side for you. So I feel like you're very much in the space of saying to yourself, you know what? I've been doing the right thing. I've been doing things the way I have been called to do. I've been really straight with myself. I've been trying to keep my ducks in a row. I've been trying to, get to know myself, understand my flaws, really, embrace them, work on them, embrace my gifts and what I have to offer, and just being in the space of knowing, like, I'm willing to do the work that's necessary. I know what it takes to have a relationship. I know what it is. Because you're in this space of recognizing that external to you came this great pain. But I like it on this side better, because if you notice, what he's doing is he's about to try to take out the sword. He's going to try to take the sword out. Okay, so what does that mean, right? That means, like, when the swords come out, the pain lessens, right? And then there's growth here with this little flower. So this is about truth coming out in a way that's going to end up promoting healing. So if you've been in a short cycle, or maybe not so short cycle within your relationship, where you have felt betrayed, you have felt hurt, you have felt, because it doesn't have to be third party, by the way. When we're dealing with, I know people tend to jump to that, which it could certainly be one of them, where there was a third party involvement. That creates betrayal. But it can actually just be, that third sword can be irresponsible use of money, siding with a family member against you over something, you know what I mean? Anything that will create hurt and betrayal. And there are so many things that could, fall within that descriptive. So, you apply it however you see fit, but there's conversation happening here, and it's through the conversation where there's validation, and then there could be healing. So this is external to you. So you feeling this, right, and you having this validation is actually helping you to embrace this world energy, because now you know, like, oh my God, it wasn't just me, okay? And okay, that was just a bad cycle. This betrayal energy could just be the cloud side of the cloud card. And now you're entering the sun section, where it's more about really appreciating the value of hanging in there and really trying to work things through and finding that healing, really allowing that healing to come to light. And then we have the Seven of Swords in reverse, and this is in your fear position. So this is the Seven of Swords is the card of thievery. And when we're talking about swords, this can be something not being what it is appearing to be. This could be so you're afraid of somebody's mask falling off, of you guys having this conversation and feeling like, oh my God, what if it's only lip service? What if my partner's really not willing to make those changes? What if they're just saying this to appease me right now so that we can get back into a healthier cycle, and they don't have the intention to follow through? What if? Because this is fear. If it was in any other position, I would interpret it differently. But the fact that this is in your fear position, this is very like in your head, you trying to line up all the fears, and you kind of like hiding behind them. And you want to make sure you don't do that, right? And then we have the Two of Pentacle energy, and this is you recognizing, okay, I have two choices to make. I could stick this relationship out and really allow myself to work through the healing of whatever happened, work through the confusion and the cloudiness of whatever had gone on. Or I could not and see where that brings me. It really is as simple as that. It's this, do I want this connection or do I want that connection? Do I want to keep ruminating in what went on? Because if I stay here, the relationship's not going to be able to progress forward. And I'll never know, if I don't allow the healing, what could have come to fruition out of this relationship. So it really is about, are you willing to take that chance? And because the future energy is the star card, and we like this side of the star rather than this side of the star. So this is a beautiful side. Right? And this is about healing. This is an Aquarius energy, right? I mean, the stars in Aquarius. And this is about insight plus emotions and how to do things differently. It's about learning from the past and really tapping into the love that you feel in this connection, and understanding how Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, which is all about doing things differently. How are you going to do things differently to move forward, to maintain this level of healing, and to rebirth it, to have this anchor of a foundation, and to be able to move forward? So this is a really, I feel like this is a very healing spread, Leo. This is very healing. It really is. It's very positive. It's positive. Even the Three of Swords, only because it happened already. That's in the past, and now there's going to be healing from it. It's going to be healing from it, unless you don't want the healing. If you don't want the healing, then, I mean, if it was a third party, and you know yourself, and you're never going to be able to get past that. You know, everybody's different when it comes to those things. Maybe it has to do with circumstances. I don't know. I'm not one to make excuses for people who take part in that behavior, but you just never know. I mean, and just because the energy supports it doesn't mean you have to engage. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Okay, let's pull 3 heart oracles. Okay, let's pull these first, and then we'll talk about it. Okay. 3 Island Wellness for clarification. Okay. Golden Mirror, Dragonfly, Sword and Rose. Huh. All right. So the Golden Mirror, this says self-absorbed narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. So, I mean, look, this might have been part of these clouds, you know? At least, and when this is, remember, it says narcissist here. It doesn't say narcissistic personality disorder. It just says those tendencies, those dark triad tendencies to gaslight, to love bomb, to deflect, to just be disrespectful. Definitely an energy where there could have been infidelity, but there could have been some sort of backstabbing behavior, some sense of betrayal, right? But it's a matter of, you know, to what degree was it? And because this is a general message, right? It's going to be different for everybody. But then we have, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. For it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Wow. That's pretty heavy. Let me read that again. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So yeah, I mean, Leo, you really have to be honest with yourself. If this was, you know, an issue that was alive and well in the relationship, if you honestly feel that it's behind you, then great. If not, you have to really look at that. Beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. So qualifying that, we have the Dragonfly. Be lighthearted, finding out, things coming to light, things coming to light. Adapt, change, and heal. Adapt, change, and heal. And then we have acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point in trying to change that which is beyond our control. And the clarifier for that we have is the Sword and Rose. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, honor, protection, and power. So there's clarity here. There's clarity and there's a revelation. Yeah, and I just feel like that through the sun side of this Lenormand card here. the clouds. Yeah, okay, Leo, that is what I have for you, those of you in relationship. So I do get that the energy is very supportive of you guys working out something that was what seems to be quite a painful cycle. So best of luck to you. We're going to go on to Leo singles now. Leo singles, single as a kringle, looking to mingle. Okay, so we have the same Lenormand for you guys, and we'll just address those real quick for those of you who maybe fast forwarded just to the single portion. So we have 3 really good cards here as the crowning. We have first card number 6. This is the card of the clouds, and so if you notice, the darkness is behind, and the lightness and the illumination and the revelation of something coming to light and something evolving into a better space is working into your future, right? Because it was the first card I pulled, and it's working into a place of stability. We love the Anchor card. This is a super benefic card because it's about being grounded in what could be otherwise ungrounding situations, right? That come across in life. It's just part of life. And then card 3, this is the ship. This is about something coming in, some sort of news coming in, and it creating this movement. So for many of you, it can be a trip in the 3D where you're getting on a boat or a plane or doing some sort of traveling together. So for those of you who are single, maybe you're meeting someone and you're deciding that you're going to go away, right, or something like that. But this can also just be moving forward ahead from where you are right now. So there's this forward movement. So it seems like you're coming out of the dark clouds, you're coming into a sunnier space in your life that's going to provide you with a really great foundation that's going to allow movement in your life. So I'm doing this Celtic cross spread with the vice versa deck, and I don't read these in reversals, guys, just because by design they are reversed. For those of you who aren't familiar, for example, this is the Moon card. So this is the front, right? And then this is the reverse. And this is the vice versa tarot for those of you who are readers, and a lot of people have been asking me about this. So if it comes out upside down, I'm going to turn it right side up. I'm not cheating or anything, okay? Remember, these are general messages. Please don't try to make it fit if it does not relate to you. We can hit everybody each time, right? Okay, we have the Moon, even though I shuffled. Cool. Okay. So I feel you guys were coming from a space in your past. This is the Hierophant energy. And the Hierophant reverse is about questioning what you even want in a relationship, what you believe. Questioning, do I want what I want because I want it, or do I want what I want because my family told me I want this, or society, or I don't know. You know, really questioning what it is that you thought you wanted up until this point. Now, this is your past. So this could have been last week. This could be over the course of the past year, but this is where you're coming from. That's what you're coming into the energy with. Now, right now, we have the Moon reverse, the Moon upright as the foundation right now. So this tells me that I like the Moon card because if you've been watching me, you know, I have a very Jungian approach to this. I don't feel like hiding secrets and these things, you know, there's any malice involved. I look at the Moon card to be more like you're getting in touch with really the deepest part of yourself that you never really even thought about getting in touch with. And not for any other reason other than maybe you didn't know to look at that, or it wasn't a thing for you to have to deal with in your life, but you really growing and getting a lot more in touch with what it is that you want, need, and desire. And I mean, there's so much in this card, you know. We have the crab, right, and energy, right, this Cancer helper here, which is all about home and love, right, and in the emotions. So there's this Cancer energy here. For sure, right? I mean, it's just the way it is. And it's this calling to you. It's this calling to you of you needing to be in a space that really speaks to your home, like that metaphor of home more, right? And you're really trying to get in touch with that, what that even means. And there being this illuminated path, though, just like over yonder, where you feel like once you come out of your deep emotions, once you come up from the water and you really identify that crab-like energy of what speaks to me as far as what I really want, you can sort of climb onto that path and just move things forward with that new information. So really good. And then we have crossing you, we have the Ace of Swords, and this is just about this willingness to have a new truth and a new way of thinking, a new belief system. You're ready to have a fresh new start. You really are. Now you're coming from this place of being in a space of lack. Okay? And this is a very mental space. It's you feeling like you're not heard. It's you feeling like you're not supported. It's you feeling like your voice doesn't matter in a situation. You know, but the thing is, maybe it did matter more than you thought, right? And I feel like this, though, is plaguing you as far as what is getting in the way of you really wanting to open yourself up to a new connection, because, you know, you're coming from the space of really, you're not knowing what you really actually want. I feel like, okay, Leo singles, I feel like you're very actively figuring out, like setting your ducks in a row of what you really, really want in a relationship. I feel like a lot of you are feeling this sense of loneliness right now and this lack of connection, you know? And then we have the Empress in reverse, and there's this lack of growth that you're feeling. And the Empress is the mother of the tarot, right? She's perpetually pregnant. So we look at the Empress, which is a Venus card, right? Venusian, all about our heart space and our sense of self-love and self-worth. And in the reverse, it's you not being at one with that energy right now. You know, you just not being able to tap into it or to execute it. It's not even that you're not willing to, you're just not really finding anybody in the moment to actually that actually speaks to that space in you, you know, so you're not feeling like you can grow. You just feel this sense of disconnect and lack of growth in general in this area, right? Then we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse, right? So the Knight of Swords in the reverse, this is a Taurus and Gemini energy. Taurus is ruled by Venus and Gemini is about communication. So this is you just feeling like not in touch with anything that speaks to your heart. Hey, you guys are just not meeting anybody that really speaks to you, I feel like. So that's where you are. But now, enter. Now we have this beautiful, this beautiful page energy, which is about somebody's coming in and offering you a new truth. I'm sorry for the hesitation. I'm just laughing that they're both swords. So this is you. You just have to look at this card, right? This is the front coming towards you, and this is the back. It's like you're running away. It's like I'm out of here, bye, right? But here's this person like, no, I want to offer you this new start. I want to offer you this thing, this new truth, this new way of being. I want to offer this to you. There's a lot of fear here now, because your fear is the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, this is such a beautiful energy. It's the Sagittarius and Capricorn energy. And so for some of you, this could be a couple of things. For some of you, you can be afraid of your own ability to actually be able to show up and put the work in a relationship that you know is necessary. And that could be because you're very busy at work, or you're very busy, you know, with your kids or other aspects of your life, or because you just don't feel as ready as you thought you were to actually get into this relationship. Now, for others of you, you can be afraid that the person that you're going to be getting involved with isn't going to show up in the way where there's going to be forward movement and it's going to be like solid in that way. And I'm saying that because then we have the outcome energy, which is this is a reversal, okay? And when we have a reversal like this with Temperance, this is about you being afraid that it's just not going to happen. Like, you're not going to get what you need. You're not going to be able to give the person what they need. And it's just absolutely not going to happen. You know, and I feel like that's, I don't, you know, this is a very, I feel like this is a very mental energy for you. You know, I really do. I feel like it's a very mental energy. But then we have the Knight of Wands coming in too. This is your near future. This is, you know, beautiful. Wanting to just take you away. This is very passionate energy. This is very positive. There's communication here. There's passion. There's a connection in the love space. This is entirely positive. But you have to get past your fear of feeling like there's not going to be this equal give and take, because that's what this is telling me. And I feel like you're allowing your fear, because you're not, I feel like a lot of Leos are just not like 100% firm on what it is that they want. But this is the thing, if you think about it, are we ever 100% sure? Because we're always changing. So sometimes when we get into something, we realize, oh my gosh, how did I ever live without this in my relationship? Something that you're not even aware of yet, you know? So it's about taking that chance to move forward. But I really like this. You guys are meeting somebody new. So you're totally meeting somebody new. Just make sure you don't sabotage it for yourself, because I didn't get any negative energy from that person coming in at all. Nothing but passion and truth and good intentions. Just really wanting to do things with you. So as playfulness came up. Okay. Let's pull 3 of these, and then we'll pull 3 Island Wellness and see. I feel like I need to cut these. Okay, these are some outcome oracles for this. Okay, yeah, this makes sense to me. Wedding rings, twin flames, Cupid's arrow, Leo. All right. Let's start with the middle. Reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. You know, remember, when we give each other space, it doesn't mean that we're not in contact with each other. It just means giving each other a little bit of space to actually work through some feelings, continue to work on healing some past hurts, and just having some autonomy, right, within the relationship. The twin flames, yin yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complementing each other. Beautiful. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. I love this for you, because it feels like, to me, a lot of your fears are coming from your mind and not your heart. It's because you're reflecting on past experiences that you had, and having this sort of suspicious approach to relationship for the moment because of what you've been through. And so this energy wants to bring a reminder that you should be really connecting with your heart space as you make a decision in this relationship. And then we have wedding rings, union, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. And then criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Cupid's arrow. Have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation, or meeting, hesitation. Yeah, it's happening. It's happening, Leo. Beautiful. You guys are meeting somebody, and it's really going to be a beautiful connection. You just want to make sure you don't sabotage it. I do have to say that, because I feel like they're there 100%. You want to make sure that you show up in the same way, or at least to the best of your ability, in an honest way. You don't want to start arguments with them because you're projecting your own fear of things not working out. You know what I mean? That's just human nature sometimes. It's just what it is. So just be mindful of that, because I feel like they have really good intentions for you. Leo, thank you so much for joining me. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.